What is the most important thing you can do for another person? Listen. Seriously, listen. That's what I want to cover today, and I want to cover the how to listen so that people can know that we have actually heard them, and that will improve your relationship with them. So we'll get into it. Just please remember, like and subscribe. And now let's get into it. So the very first thing, that when you listen to someone, you have to actually focus on what they are saying. Listen to the words that they are saying. Try not to formulate what you want to say in response. Your response is not important when it comes to listening and really hearing what another person says. You want to make sure that when you are listening, you may ask questions. You want to clarify, make sure you understood exactly what they are saying. So often the listener has this filter that everything comes through, and on the other side, it doesn't sound anything like what the person who is speaking is really trying to say. You want to make sure that you have heard what that person is really wanting to say. So you'll ask questions like, how did that make you feel? Or what was it that was really important to you about that? Or tell me more. Those are kinds of leading questions that are open-ended that will help you really hear what they are saying. Again, don't formulate your own response. Focus on what they are saying. And then after you've clarified and you make sure the person has said, oh yeah, that's exactly what it is. And you have basically, I don't want you to parrot what they've said to you, but you can paraphrase and say, so I understand that this is what you're trying to tell me. Is that correct? And they say, yeah, you got it. Or if you don't, then be willing to be wrong and listen to them correct you and say, this is what they are really trying to say. One of the things that I used to hear a lot, and I probably am guilty of saying it myself, is, well, if you said it, that's what you really meant. And that's not true. That what happens for a lot of us, we misspeak, but that's not necessarily a Freudian slip. It's that we misspeak. Sometimes our mouths move faster than our brains. And so give a person a chance to restate, because if they really mean it, they will restate it in no uncertain terms. So make sure that you've had that chance to clarify, that you've really understood what they are trying to say. And then, and only then, you need to validate. Now, validating what somebody says is not an agreement. I can understand why you would say that. I can understand why you would feel that way. That makes sense. That I can follow that logic. You really want to validate what someone else is trying to tell you. That makes people feel heard. Yes, you hear me. Again, validation doesn't mean or imply agreement. I can hear what you're saying. I understand why you're coming from. You may not necessarily agree, but you know what? You don't have to. It'd be ideal if you could empathize, if you could put yourself in their position and say, yeah, if I was in that situation, I might feel the same way. But a lot of people, no matter what they hear, no matter how much they can validate, they cannot empathize because, no, I would never be in that position. I would never feel that way. So you say. That's okay. You don't have to agree to be able to listen and validate someone else. But you do need to at least give them the chance. Don't argue with them. That's not the time. The last piece here is that you have to believe that you'll get a turn. Oftentimes when somebody starts talking to us, we're formulating an opinion. We're thinking about what is it that I want to say in response. I may become defensive and I want to give you a response that's going to defend me, or I may give you an argument, or some people will just completely non sequitur go off on another topic. You know, they're telling you about their day and how wonderful it is, and then the next thing that happens is you're saying, oh, well, you know what happened to me? Again, the most important thing you can do for someone else is to listen to them. And then be patient. Believe that you will get a turn, that they will listen to you. Oftentimes our conversations are competitive and we're trying to one up the other, or we're saying yes, but that is not listening. So remember, you want to really hear, you want to listen to what they are saying, you want to validate what they are saying, and then just wait your turn. You'll get a chance. Again, remember, like and subscribe, and check out some of my other videos on building better relationships. See you soon.